haven't given you permission to leave.
With respect, Your Grace, I don't need your permission. I am a king.
Bastard of Winterfell. Jon Snow was never supposed to be a hero. He wasn't a prince, a chosen one, or even a true Stark. He was a bastard, a boy born in the cold shadow of Winterfell, standing just outside the circle of firelight. But here's the question. How did this quiet, unwanted child become the man who united kingdoms, faced death, and walked beyond it? Who is the real Jon Snow, the hero we think we know, or the man hidden behind the legend? Snow falls over Winterfell as a boy trains in the yard, his breath steaming in the cold. Every strike of his wooden sword echoes with longing for his father's approval, for his family's love, for a name that means more than snow. The other boys laugh, but Jon doesn't stop. He never stops, because he knows the world will never hand him anything. He dreams of honor, of purpose, of finding a place where he finally belongs. When the Night's Watch calls, Jon believes he's found it, a brotherhood beyond blood, a chance to prove himself. But the boy who rides north is not ready for what he'll find. Monsters in the snow, men darker than the night, and a truth colder than death itself. This is not the story of a hero who conquered his fate. It's the story of a man who became it. The Oath of the Night's Watch. The wall is not what Jon imagined. He had pictured a fortress of legends, noble men guarding the realm of men, warriors in black cloaks standing proud against the darkness. But when he arrives, the dream cracks. The men of the Night's Watch are not heroes. They're thieves, murderers, and exiles. And Jon Snow, the bastard who thought himself above them, is just another name added to their ranks. He trains beside them with cold contempt, thinking himself a Stark among outcasts. But the lessons come fast and cruel. No one cares for his father's honor here. No one bows to Winterfell's blood. The only thing that matters is survival, and how far a man will go to protect those beside him. Through Samwell Tarly, a frightened boy who can barely hold a sword, Jon learns humility. Through Lord Commander Mormont, he finds the father he's always searched for, stern, distant, but proud of him in ways Ned Stark never was. And when the dead rise, when blue eyes stare from frozen corpses, Jon's ideals of knighthood burn away. He kills not for glory, but to save lives. For the first time, he understands the meaning of his vows. I am the sword in the darkness. I am the watcher on the walls. In the cold, the boy from Winterfell begins to die, and something harder, colder, truer begins to take his place. Love in the land of the free folk. Beyond the wall, everything Jon thought he knew about right and wrong begins to unravel. Among the free folk, there are no kings, no bastards, no walls, only people, wild, untamed, and fiercely alive. They live without crowns or oaths, without shame or ceremony, and for the first time in his life, Jon feels what it means to be free. Ygritte is the fire that melts his frost. She mocks his honor, his rules, his oaths, but she sees him, not the bastard, not the soldier, the man. Her laughter cuts through the cold like sunlight through snow. In her eyes, the world is not divided between heroes and traitors, only those who live and those who die. In the quiet of a cave, away from war and duty, Jon finds a brief peace. He knows it won't last. The world beyond that cave will demand his loyalty, to the Watch, to his vows, to the lie he's built around himself. But for one heartbeat, he lets himself believe he could stay. When the time comes, he breaks her heart and his own. He chooses duty over love, but the choice costs him more than he understands. When Ygritte falls in battle, her last words cut deeper than any blade. You know nothing, Jon Snow. He realizes she's right. For all his honor, for all his sacrifice, Jon still doesn't understand the world, not its cruelty, nor its mercy. Love had shown him the truth, that the wall he serves doesn't just divide kingdoms, it divides his very soul. The Lord Commander. Leadership was never Jon's dream, it was his punishment. When the old commander falls and the Watch teeters on the edge of collapse, the brothers turn to Jon. Not out of love, but because no one else can bear the weight. He wears the black cloak not as armor, but as a shroud. The boy who once sought honor now carries responsibility heavier than Valyrian steel. Every choice he makes cuts two ways. To save the Watch, he must break its oldest rules. To protect the living, he must ally with the wildlings, the very people his brothers call enemies. Each order breeds resentment, each act of mercy, betrayal. When Stannis Baratheon offers him Winterfell, the name, the castle, the family he's always longed for, Jon says no. He turns away from everything he ever wanted because he has sworn an oath. The decision earns him respect from kings, but hatred from the men beside him. He sends friends away, executes traitors, and opens the gates of the wall to the free folk. Every act of justice feels like a blade twisting deeper in his chest. He dreams of Ygritte in the snow. He hears his father's voice whispering honor and wonders if honor ever saved anyone. At night, he walks the ramparts alone. The firelight flickers against the ice, and he feels the north watching him, ancient, cold, patient. Jon once believed the Night's Watch would give him purpose. Instead, it has given him solitude. He's no longer the boy from Winterfell, nor the lover from the cave. He's something else entirely. A commander forged in contradiction, a man who kills to protect and lies to save lives. Duty has made him a leader, but it's slowly unmaking the man. Betrayal in the north. Snow falls thicker now. Winter has truly come. The wall groans with wind and ghosts, and Jon feels both within him. He's tired, not from battle, but from compromise. Every order has cost him a piece of himself, and the Night's Watch no longer feels like a brotherhood. It feels like a cage. Then comes the letter, sealed in pink wax, written in madness and cruelty. Ramsay Bolton claims to have killed Stannis, flayed Mance Rayder, and demands the return of his bride, Jon's sister, Arya. Or so the letter says. Rage pierces through Jon's discipline like fire through frost. For the first time since taking his vows, he stops thinking as Lord Commander. He thinks as a Stark. He will ride south. He will march to Winterfell. His men watch in silence as he reads the letter aloud. They hear defiance, but they see betrayal. The man who preached duty now breaks his own, and betrayal, they think, must be answered. The night they come for him, the air is still. Torches flicker in the windless dark. He turns, confused, as the first blade strikes. For the Watch, they whisper again and again, until the words lose meaning. Jon feels the cold rush in, not from the snow, but from within. His last breath forms a cloud in the air, and his last word escapes as a whisper of loyalty, of love, of longing. Ghost. The world fades to white. The boy who wanted to be a Stark dies on the snow, betrayed by the very brothers he died to protect. The White Wolf. Death does not take him gently. In the darkness, Jon drifts. No pain, no breath, only silence and the faint echo of his name. The warmth of blood fades, replaced by the wild heartbeat of another creature, Ghost. He feels fur, snow, hunger. The wolf's eyes become his eyes. In this half-world between man and beast, he runs through forests of memory, chasing sense of home, of fire, of love. He remembers Ygritte's laughter, Ned's stern smile, the vows he broke and the promises he kept. And then, nothing. When he wakes, the air tastes of ash and iron. His wounds are closed, but the cold has settled deeper than bone. Melisandre's prayers hang in the air like smoke. The brothers stare at him, as if at a ghost, and in a way, they're right. Jon Snow breathes again, but he is not alive, not as he was. The man who rises from the table is quieter, slower, heavier. His voice carries an echo, as if it remembers death. His touch is colder, his eyes more distant. He walks the halls of Castle Black as a stranger among the living. Every choice that once defined him, honor, love, duty, now feels small. The gods, it seems, had to kill him to make him who he was meant to be. They called him Lord Commander. Now they call him something else, the White Wolf. He no longer dreams of thrones or names, only of snow, of silence, and the faint whisper of destiny on the wind. The song of ice and fire. Truth is colder than winter. Jon learns it not through prophecy or flame, but through whispers, a story buried in blood and silence. He was never Ned Stark's son. His mother was Lyanna Stark, his father, Rhaegar Targaryen. The song of ice and fire was written in his very veins. All his life, Jon fought to belong to the Starks, to the Watch, to the North. Now he realizes he belongs to both worlds and to neither. Ice and fire, wolf and dragon, life and death. He is the bridge between them all. The weight of that truth crushes him more than crowns ever could. People look to him for leadership, for destiny, for salvation. But Jon sees only the endless cost of power. He never wanted to rule. He wanted peace. Yet peace demands sacrifice, and prophecy never asks permission. When Daenerys comes, all fire and fury, Jon feels the pull of kinship and fate. They fight together against the darkness, two sides of the same flame. But her fire burns too hot, her dream too absolute. Jon has seen what power does to those who believe they are chosen. In the final battle, beneath a sky of falling snow and dragonfire, Jon faces the truth of his life. He cannot save the world by ruling it. He can only save it by giving himself to it. He is not the prince that was promised, not a conqueror, not a king. He is the promise itself, the balance between mercy and duty, love and loss, life and death. The world will not remember him as a ruler. It will remember him as the man who kept the fire burning when everything else turned to ice. A dream of spring. The war is over. The dead are gone. The fires of dragons have cooled to ash. Jon Snow lives, but not as a hero, not as a king. His name is no longer sung in the halls of men. He rides north, beyond the ruins of the wall, to the land of snow and silence. Ghost pads beside him, white against white. There are no thrones here, no oaths, no crowns, only wind, pine, and the soft rhythm of his breath in the cold. The free folk greet him not as a lord or a savior, but as one of their own. For the first time, perhaps, Jon belongs. He builds no monuments, he seeks no glory. At night, he stares into the fire and sees faces in the flame. Ygritte, Robb, his father, the thousands lost to duty and war. The world moves on, as it always does. But sometimes when the snow melts and the wind softens, he thinks of a garden in Winterfell, of a girl chasing cats through the corridors, of laughter echoing across stone. He remembers what it felt like to dream. Jon Snow never wanted to be a hero. He only wanted to do what was right, and in the end, that was enough. Somewhere beyond the wall, spring waits beneath the frost, and when it comes, it will come quietly, like a wolf stepping through the snow.